What's up guys, it is I, once again, Mr. Gamer 990, and welcome to the third episode of Discussion on Video Games, a series in which I discuss topics with you guys and gals concerning video games. And for this episode of Discussion on Video Games, as you can tell by the title, An Unfinished Journey, which concerns the character Jack Marston from the 2010 released video game, action-adventure, open-world video game by Rockstar Games, who I am not a huge fan of, but this game they have produced alongside LA Noire are among my all-time favorites, aside from their other games like GTA, which I absolutely despise. But Red Dead is a game I really do love for the characters, the story, the open world aspect, the action, the gun shooting. Everything about this game works so well for me, and the story in particular is very emotional and very heartwarming and very action-packed, and you understand the character of John Marston and Abigail and all those he meets, from Bonnie McFarlane to the crazy old geezer Seth, including other scumbag characters like Edgar Ross, the agent who blackmails John Marston to kill his former gang, a gang John Marston was once affiliated with, which includes their leader, Dutch van der Linde. Dutch was once a mentor and father figure to John Marston, and the other members of this gang, the Dutch gangs, or the Dutch boys as I call them, include Bill Williamson, Javier Escuela, among other members. And Abigail Marston at one point was also affiliated with this gang before she and John Marston escaped from them and start their own future together, starting a new family, opening a ranch, and having a little boy, their little man, that being Jack Marston, before many years later his father was gunned down by Edgar Ross and government officials who were under his command. And so Jack Marston, a few years later, takes revenge upon Edgar Ross, especially after the death of his beloved mother, who was very saddened and heartbroken by the death of her man, John Marston, essentially leaving her little boy, Jack Marston, behind to fend off for himself and to start a future for his own. And despite how young he may be, Jack Marston was taught by both his mother and father how to survive, how to become a better man. And even though he went down the same path as his father before him, which is becoming an outlaw like his old man, so I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, because Jack Marston is so much like his father John. Jack Marston grows up to be a very fine man, a very fine, strong, independent, tough as nails, determined young man who also takes strength from his mother. But Jack Marston has strayed away from his path, the path he should have gone to, which is to become an educated man who is to help the world, to make the world a better place, before his father and mother were taken from him, and he essentially became an outlaw, once again like his old man before him, which is something his mother would be very heartbroken by. Of course, his mother left him before she could ever have a chance to stop her little boy from becoming an outlaw like her man. And Jack Marston's future is very unknown, because after he killed Edgar Ross, the bastard who shot down his father and was the reason for his mother going depressed and becoming very sad and giving up on life, leaving Jack Marston behind, we have no clue what happens to Jack Marston after he does gun down Edgar Ross. But all we can assume is that he starts his own journey as an outlaw like his father before him, taking what he can and doing whatever he has to survive, which includes money, power, resources, and doing the right thing, or whatever the right thing means in this time, in this period of time, that being the post-Old West, because this takes place many years after the Old West, when you have technology and the railroad, and America is essentially becoming a better place, a more advanced place with technology, and of course course you have prohibition, which is basically bootlegging, and this is around the same time that Jack Marston would probably be living in or trying to survive in among men and women who are very greedy and very selfish and are willing to do whatever it takes to make their fortune and to cheat one another and taking out whoever's a threat to them. And Jack Marston will do whatever he has to do to survive in this time during the Prohibition era. It would have been a very interesting story to see where Jack Marston would go from here. If you guys and gals were to ask me, I envision Jack Marston going on the same path as his father. He's not so much joining a gang unless he has to survive, but Jack Marston learns from his father and mother's mistakes and tries to become a better man, even though he is an outlaw like his father before him. And Jack Marston is trying to do what he has to make his fortune, to make a living, and he will likely start his own family, which includes having a beautiful wife, a beautiful little boy or girl, and becoming his own man, a far better man than his father ever was. And Jack Marston's story is one I really would love to have seen, but sadly though we won't ever get the chance to see his story continue because of the release of Red Dead Redemption 2, which has a new character. I forgot the character's name because I watched the trailer of Red Dead Redemption 2, which was a trailer reaction video I made for you guys and gals. You can check that out in the link down below in the description box. But I'm really heartbroken by the fact that we never got the chance to see Jack Marston's story continue and what happens to him during the Prohibition era. I'm not saying that Red Dead Redemption 2 won't be a good game. I'm very sure it will be a good game. I hope so. But I would love to have seen Jack Marston's story continue and how Jack Marston would learn from his mistake and the mistake of his father and mother to become a better man, a better family man, so that his mother and father from beyond the grave would be so proud and happy of their little boy, their little man. Jack Marston has become exactly what they hope he would be, to walk the path of a good man, a true hero, someone who can change the world. And Jack Marston would go from being an outlaw like his father to becoming a man of the law and doing what's right, doing the right thing, especially when it comes to his family, his own family, and becoming a man his daughter or son can look up to as their hero. Everything I'm telling you guys and gals is all just wishful thinking on my part when it comes to the story of Jack Marston and the continuation of his story. It's my way of saying how much I love Jack Marston and how much I think he is very underrated among the gaming community. It's very sad because many people don't like Jack Marston. I don't know why, because Jack Marston, we never got the chance to see him evolve and to see become a better man, a better character, since he had so limited amount of time from the first game in which he killed Edgar Ross, and both his story and John Marston's story was essentially over. But what we got in the end with Jack Marston and him getting his revenge on Edgar Ross for his father and mother, it was such a beautiful, perfect ending to a video game I really do love, one of my all-time favorite games and a true masterpiece in video games. I do recommend you guys and gals play this game. It's a really beautiful, amazing, action-packed, exciting, very awesome game you guys and gals will love. Trust me, you will. But thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. This was the third episode of discussion on video games. I really do love this series and discussing whatever topics comes to mind for you guys and gals. Thank you guys and gals for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe if you wish, and do check out my other channel where I talk about movies, anime, television, etc. For you guys and gals who have not seen the second episode of discussion on video games, I'm going to add that down below in the description box. Until next time, peace out, take care, adios amigos, au revoir, and sayonara.